I'm going to use this template to document and explain a moment that matters. So a very positive emotional experience. So first of all, I'm going to start off by putting the title in. So let's grab the text tool over there and okay. So I'm doing handling crocodiles in Botswana 2022. So went to Botswana, that's the country my wife comes from, and children had a go at handling crocodiles. Let's get a couple of photos now. So I'm going to use the upload tool, and they're on my device in downloads. Okay, a couple of photos selected. Oh, they're going to be huge. Yeah. This can be a bit annoying for other people who are using the board. When you first put photos on, they can sort of appear enormous. You can select the photos. In fact, I've got both of them selected, and there's a little grab handle which I can use to resize them and bring them down to where I want them to go. So I'm going to actually fill this little section here with these nice two photos from the crocodile handling. There we go. Okay. So the next thing to do is to just give some background to this, who, where, what, why, when, etc., before going kind of deeper into the Elevation Pride Insight connection. So again, grab the text tool. I want it to be a bit smaller this time. You can change the size of the text by reducing it using that font size control, or you can resize it using its little handles. Now notice as I start typing, the text box is the kind of wrong shape, so I want to just drag out the edge of the text box to fill the box a bit, the box that it's going into a bit better there. So I would describe who these people are, what we were doing there, what the place was, things like that. So just giving a really good, rich description of what this is. Okay, now the photos are there to help me with that and to help me to remember what was going on. They may be more important later on as we come to do more analysis on this, but this first stage, I won't type all that in now. Let's look at the next stages here. We're thinking about elevation, pride, insight, connection. So those 4 characteristics of positive moments that matter, defined by Dan and Chip Heath in their book, The Power of Moments. Okay, so I'm looking at this thinking back to this situation. I'm also actually thinking about the 2 people in there as well. Maybe not the crocodile. There are other people involved in this, but for example, the guide from the Crocodile Centre, and we can talk more about that as we develop this study more. But I'm just thinking, well, let's think about that's Lawrence and Alexander, my 2 sons there. What are they getting out of this moment? I think there's definitely a sense of pride at doing this. So they've gone a long way. They've travelled. I think this was like maybe 3 weeks into quite a long expedition through South Africa and Botswana up to the north of Botswana. And, you know, obviously for these kids, it's even though they've been to Africa before, it's still quite a big challenge to do that. And then to actually be brave enough to go to the crocodile place and to pick up crocodiles. I think actually the guide gave the crocodiles to them, but to hold the crocodiles like that, I think it's particularly kind of special for them because they're big Jurassic Park, Jurassic World fans, and Lawrence is studying paleontology, and obviously dinosaurs are reptiles, but you don't get a chance to hold dinosaurs, except for birds, of course, but non-avian dinosaurs, you don't get a chance to do this. So it's kind of like holding a dinosaur. to some extent. Lawrence would tell me off for that because, of course, it's a crocodilian, not a dinosaur. But anyway, it's that kind of experience. So there's kind of definitely a bit of pride in that. You can see that in their faces as well. And there's definitely a kind of moment of elevation. It really stood out from what was probably, quite a lot of hard work and traveling on this trip. And then this is kind of like, really special and stands out. Insight, maybe more so for Lawrence, who's a paleontology student, and being able to get close up and feel what crocodile skin is like, and have a look at the limbs and things like that, and look really close up and handle these things. There's definitely some learning going on there, and some memories that are going to kind of build knowledge and could be really important. And connection. Well, this was actually, I think, maybe our second day in Botswana. Botswana is a very different place to South Africa. The people are very, very different. They are incredibly friendly and open and welcoming and warm. And I think the children were kind of surprised by that compared to South Africa. I mean, South Africa's not bad, but Botswana's a different league altogether. So we had this wonderful guide, a Botswana lady from the local area, experts in dinosaurs, and they made a social connection with her. And that was kind of like, first kind of deep connection in the country. They've got Botswana friends outside the country, but in the country with somebody there. And there's a kind of, really special sense of connection there. Connection also to the place as well. So they really remember this place quite vividly. Yeah. So the people, the place, maybe even connection to dinosaurs, or rather, sorry, crocodiles. Okay, so I would be filling in that information into those 4 different categories there, helping me to sort of start to get a rich description of what was going on here and what makes it a moment that matters.